Hey guys, my name is Andrea and welcome to my channel. This is going to be a makeup tutorial on how I got this makeup look that I'm wearing right now, and I used the Nudes by Maybelline. This is definitely my favorite palette right now. It's only $10, so I think it's in everyone's price range. Anyway, I love it and I'm going to use this. The look I chose, it's called the Allison from Allison Loves JB. I saw her video and I absolutely loved the way it came out. So I kind of was inspired and I did a little bit of my own twist to it, but I really love this palette. It's definitely my favorite. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this makeup look, please keep watching. To start, I'm going to, of course, start by priming my eyelid with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm just going to put this, a little bit of it, on my lid. As usual, I'm using my Ulta brushes. They come in a pack of 5, but I'm just going to be using 4 of them today. So actually, yeah, 4 of them today. I'm going to be using the Deluxe Crease Brush, the Accent Brush, this is the Pixel Point Eyeliner Brush, and then just the Base Shadow Brush. So I'm going to be using these to create the look that I have on this eye. So for the beginning of this look, I'm going to be using the Base Shadow Brush, this one, and we'll be using the 2 light browns, taupey light browns right here. I'm going to be mixing them together. I'm going to be using this in the crease of my eye. You always, well, for this look I like to use a piece of tape just to give it a sharp line like that. So I just put this. So you're going to continue putting the taupe color in the lid. Try to do that before you start too, because I forgot. And for each look you do, you can use, you know, as much product as you want or as little product as you want. It's completely up to you. Just depends on, you know, personal preference, and everyone has different ones. So for the highlight of my brow, I'm going to be using the 2 lightest colors in the palette, which are this one and this one. I'm going to be mixing those together and putting that for the highlight of my brow. All over color on my lid, I'm going to be using the same colors that I used for my highlight, the 2 lightest colors. I'm going to be using those. And something you can do, it's optional. I know people have MAC Fix Plus. Eye drops instead, because again, I'm cheap. I'm a cheapskate. So I use eye drops and just put a little dab on your finger and then put your brush in it and dab it a little bit. And then just use this to pick up more color to make it more pigmented. I usually focus this color for this look on only like 2/3 of my lid, not to over here, because that's where the darker color is going to go. You can, but I mean, it's just more work, kind of. It's kind of complicated to explain. I'm going to do a transition color right here, and I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using the Pixel Point Eyeliner Brush from Ulta. It's just a very small, little tiny brush that gets in the places you want it to go. So, and then for that, I'm going to be using this light brown color. And it's just going to be like a nice transition color between the darker and the light color. Try to blend it into the lightest color as best you can. For this look, you can make it, you know, there's way darker colors in here, so you could make it, you know, a lighter one if you wanted to for daytime, or even a darker one if you're going out at nighttime, which is great. You have a lot of options. So for the darker color in the outer corner up into the crease, I'm going to be using the Deluxe Crease Brush by Ulta, as usual. And I'm going to be using the dark brown right here. And as usual, I'm just going to be dabbing it and then kind of twisting and blending as I go. The nice thing about the tape is that you don't have to worry about how far you go. You can kind of be not sloppy, but you can not be as precise, and it's not a big deal because you have that piece of tape there. And then kind of blend it out into the crease a little bit, not too much. So after you get done blending as much of the dark brown as you want, you might, you know, lose some of the other color just because you're blending and it might have came off a little bit. So you could always just go back and touch things up. I always lose everything and it's right in front of me. I don't understand. Like, where does it, oh, it disappears on me. I think that's good. And then blend it out even more. When I first started doing eyeshadow, I was like, this blending stuff is not okay. I don't have time for this. But again, it gets faster as you go and the more you do it. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. For my personal taste, I like to add a little bit of a highlight in here just to open up my eyes a little bit. So I'm not going to be using the Maybelline palette, the Nudes. I'm going to be using another palette, which is Twilight Rays, number 50 in Maybelline. It just has this pretty white color, and I like to use that for my tear duct because it is, you know, really, really white and really, really pigmented. So the eyeshadow is done for this look. I'm going to move on to eyeliner, which is I'm going to be using the Maybelline waterproof liquid eyeliner in the color black. And some people say not to stretch your eyelid, but I have to because if you try to do it without, it just gets all, there's like ripples and it's just bizarre. So I like to stretch my eyelid. Again, you might not have to stretch your eyelid. It just depends on personal preference. One of the good things about tape too is that when you're doing it, if you want to do a wing, it just gives you a guide for your wing so you don't have to like guess, you know? It just is right there and you just, you know, follow it kind of, and it makes it so much easier. I'm gonna let it dry for a sec and then you're gonna take off the tape. Either way. And there you go. I like to use my favorite mascaras that I always use. They are the Maybelline Great Lash. And I use the Big and the Lots of Lashes. So once my mascara is dry, I'm going to be doing my lower lash line. I'm going to be taking the same pencil eyeliner that I was using for my tight line. I'm going to use that and just put that on the bottom right here. Be using the accent brush again from Ulta. I'm going to be using the color that I used on my lid, the two lightest colors in the Maybelline Nudes palette. I'm going to go back in with the accent brush. I cleaned it off on my leg. I'm going to be using this brown color like we used on our outer corner. And then just kind of buff out the eyeliner we just did, just to make it more of a smoky effect. Oh, don't jab yourself in the eye like I did. After that's done, I'm going to be using the old Lots of Lashes Great Lash. I'm going to do my bottom eyelashes. While my lashes are drying, my top and my bottom, I'm going to be doing my lipstick. And for this look, I really like this lipstick combination. I have the Jordana lip liner in Rock and Rose. And then I have my Milani lipstick. It is called Teddy Bear in number 29. Should be dry at this point, so I'm going to take a, what is this called? I forgot. Eyelash curler? Wow. Okay. Curl them Be gentle. As I said, I know horror stories. People ripping out their eyelashes with this thing, so be gentle, please. So this is the final makeup look. Thumbs up if you liked it, and if you're going to try it out, comment and let me know what you think. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.